And we're back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and I'm very excited today because there have been two new heroes introduced to the game. We've got the B2 Super Battle Droid and Dengar. On Skype with us right now is Vet Dream. What's up, Vet?
Hey everybody, what's going on?
Vet is in my alliance and he actually runs the guild and he just kills it in Guild Wars. He is in charge of our alliance, OMG, and we are currently looking for 3 new members for our guild, and there's a link in the description to our Facebook group. We use Facebook group to chat, and we are killing it on the tier 5 raids, aren't we? How quickly are we doing those right now?
When we first tried it, it was 4 days, and I think we're down to about 24 hours now, so they're going pretty quick.
Yeah, and so we're trying to make the jump from 6 to 7. 6 seems to just be a bridge, and then everybody goes to 7 after that. So we're trying to get that done here quickly. We just need a couple more people to do that. So come check us out on Facebook. Now, let's take a look at the 2 different heroes that are coming out of the game. The first one is Dengar. We're going to go over to the forums and take a look at his stats right here. Now, Dengar was briefly in Empire Strikes Back, and here is a picture of him on the screen where he's sandwiched in between IG-88 and Darth Vader right next to Boba Fett. That's pretty cool. And then he was also in Clone Wars in an episode with Asajj, and I just watched the Clone Wars. Have you watched any of the Clone Wars at all?
I have not, actually. I just recently learned about it. I need to catch up on that.
Yeah, there's like 6 seasons on Netflix. It's in between movies 2 and 3, and I really liked it. Pretty much all the heroes in the game that you've never heard of before are in there. The Night Sisters, Asajj, Barriss, Luminar, and all those guys. So it is fun. Now, Dengar is an interesting character, and we are very curious about him. And right now he's available in the daily login. And what do you expect to happen after the month is over?
I think after the daily login, everybody will unlock them at a lower level, get a taste of them, and eventually they'll release them to Galactic War shipments, arena shipments.
Kind of like they did with like Cad Bane. So right now we're just going to log in every day. We'll get a couple shards. Maybe he'll unlock them at 4 stars. But there is absolutely no way to get him other than that right now. So we're going to have to wait and see if they're going to make him a pack or if he'll be available through Galactic War or something like that. Now, his basic attack is probably the most interesting one that I've seen in a while, called Target Spotted. Says, deal physical damage to target enemy. If the target is suffering any debuffs, there's a 40% chance, and that can be boosted up to 80% later on, to chance to call an ally to assist. Double attack in this game is always good. If the assisting ally is a scoundrel, the attack is guaranteed to be a critical hit. Now, that sounds nuts, right?
Yeah, that could be pretty handy with the right setup.
I'm wondering if that creates a possibility for like a triple attack. Like if, let's say you're using IG-86, who has a double attack, and then the second person attack is Dengar, and then there'll be a third attack. I wonder how that works.
Yeah, you could really rack up some damage there running like GS with his call-in and, like I said, IG-86. I'd be curious how that works with Phasma lead as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could get like a quadruple attack in theory with Phasma. That'd be crazy. Like the Ewoks do that sometime, right? Now, who are the good scoundrels in the game?
You got Lando Calrissian. He's a rebel and a scoundrel, and his leader ability actually gives speed up and crit damage up as well. So that could be a good lead for a scoundrel team. And then you have Boba Fett,
right,
Newt Gunray, and Chewbacca as a tank.
I see it being really, really awesome with Lando. I mean, who knows? I mean, this could be just ridiculously good. Okay, and then the first special is called Blast in Smash. It says base deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance to inflict speed down for 2 turns. That's kind of useful. If the target had 50% turn meter or more, the 75% chance to stun the target for 1 turn, and that gets boosted later on up to 100%. So that could be interesting, right?
If he's landing that speed down, that would be considered a debuff. Then you go back to his basic attack. So yeah, that could work well pretty good.
Okay, and then his second special is Mini Mind Mayhem. It says, deals physical damage to all enemies. If this attack scores at least 1 critical hit, inflict tenacity down for 2 turns, And then it goes down lower. It says if there's 2 critical hits, inflict damage over time for 2 turns. And then if there's 3 critical hits, remove 50% turn meter from the critical hit targets. Wow, that looks crazy. And then there's a lot of synergy there with his other abilities, because then there are going to be tons of debuffs on the board, right?
Lots of debuffs, looks like lots of critical damage. Yeah, it could get crazy pretty quick.
Yeah. And then lastly, his passive ability looks like a total anti-evasion, anti-Dooku leadership, anti-Obi-Wan Kenobi leadership. It says when Dengar receives a critical hit, he gains stealth for 1 turn. Whenever an enemy evades Dengar's attack, he gains 20% turn meter. And if you look down a little bit further, that actually eventually goes up to 60%. Boy, that looks like a total nerf to Dooku.
Yeah, that's going to hurt some of those Dooku leads, and old Ben with that evasion up, he's going to get a lot of turn meter off of that. So
Right. Now let's go take a look at the Rhodium pack for the B2 Super Battle Droid. Now this is an interesting pack right here. Now I am not going to be buying this pack myself. These Rhodium shipments are hit and miss for me. I mean, it's almost like gambling buying one of these things. I know someone in our guild opened one pack and actually got the 4-star Battle Droid, which is very cool. Now, I am not going to be opening these packs myself, and the reason for that is I already have 86 and Royal Guard at 7 stars. Those are kind of like must-have heroes. So my suggestion is someone is interested in getting those heroes. It seems like a good thing just to get those right there. Inside of that pack, there is, of course, the Battle Droid, Wedge, Royal Guard, Sunfac, which is the new Genosian hero, and then 86, which 86 is really easy to farm, so I think everybody should get him up to 7 stars anyways, right?
yeah, he hits really hard. He's not the quickest, but in the right setup, especially with a Poggle lead, when he gives his ability, it gets offense up and speed up, and for like the raids on Rancor, they hit really hard.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the Battle Droid's abilities here. He is a droid tank. His basic attack right here is called Heavy Arms. It says deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict evasion down until the start of B2's next turn. That's kind of interesting. I wonder how hard he hits and how fast he is. That's what we were talking about. I wonder how slow he is.
He looks like he has a lot of turn meter to him, so it makes me wonder if he's not super slow. But these 2 characters here are definitely going to come after those evasion lead teams.
Right, right. Let's look at his first special because his unique ability is really cool. Okay, special 1 is mow down, deal physical damage to all enemies, and dispel all positive status effects on them with a 50% chance to also inflict buff immunity for 2 turns. Wow, that's kind of like Akbar, right?
Looks like he's going to take the buffs away from the opposing team, whereas Akbar dispels debuffs.
Okay, so that's entirely different then. That's opposite of Akbar.
Correct, yeah. It looks to be like a Saj, how she can eat up all of the opposing team's buffs,
Okay.
which could be handy against the pigs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then this is the ability that we are the most interested in here. It's his unique ability called Relentless Barrage, and we had to read this 2 or 3 times to figure it out. B2 has a 20% chance to gain 100% turn meter whenever another ally is evaded or damaged by an attack. So what does that mean to you?
That means a lot of turn meter gain. 100% turn meter, obviously that's going to turn into a lot of extra turns for him, especially when you get it upgraded. That percentage, I believe, goes up to 40, so a lot of extra turns there.
Yeah, he could be ultra slow, and he still looks like he'd be going all the time. Someone evades or has a percent chance of evading, boy, like again, another anti-Dooku, anti-Obi-Wan team, that's for sure. We'll have to see how good those are. Now, you could probably get this guy unlocked today in those Rhodium packs. Boy, how much do you think it would cost to unlock him, if you were just to guess?
Oof, boy, I'm not sure. Get a Super Battle Droid leveled up. I'd be scared to guess.
Yeah, because it's very random to get the 4-star. Now, I wanted to go and do a battle right here because the Super Battle Droid is actually in the game already inside of the Squad Cantina battles. And this is Holotable 7-D. and he is in here with a whole bunch of other droids, and they are all level 80. And I played this earlier today, and I only got 1 star. And this was a nightmare battle. Let's see who I can take with me. I don't think I want to do the evasion. I think I'm going to do Phasma. Boy, I wish I had a better Phasma. If I don't find a good Phasma, I will use Genosian Soldier. Somebody's got a 8,000 Genosian Soldier. Boy, those furnaces are hard to get, right?
Yes, they are. They're definitely a grind to get. I have seen them in the shipment store, but they're pretty steep at about 1,600 crystals.
Wow. Boy, how many have you taken up to 9 and 10?
I don't have any at 10 yet. I've got maybe 3 or 4. I've gotten to gear 9, and the jump from 8 to 9 even alone is been quite a help.
So I'm in this battle right now, and there is 2 battle droids here, and I think I want to take out the IG-86 first because those hit hard, right?
Yeah, I believe they have that call-in assist too, so they can really rack up some damage on you.
Oh, okay. So they just shot, and there was a bunch of what is the triangle with the slash debuff? I don't even know which one that is.
I think that means you're immune to buffs.
Oh, wow. So that's no good. I've got 5 of my team members, 5 out of the 6, immune to buffs right now. How has the squad arena been going for you?
It has been rough, the new update. Before this update, I used to place at the top of the arena quite often. I went through a little lull there for a while with the update. It's been rough getting in the top 10. Those guys up there, a lot of them are spending money, and they've got that extra gear already. So, it's not uncommon to fight a team 4,000 more strength than you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's been rough.
It has been rough. Yeah, I was just saying, I used to place number 1 all the time, and I get stuck about 20-ish lately. See, this was terrible. I brought in a Poggle, and everybody had buff immunity. I couldn't even use it right now. You know what I mean? It's like, I thought it was Genosian Soldier I brought with me. I always get those 2 guys mixed up. And everybody always says, you called him this and that. I'm like, oh, I know. It's horrible like that. See, right now, 4 out of the 6 guys have buff immunity, so I can't even use my offense up right now. This is terrible.
Yeah, so at that point, Poggle's kind of pointless.
I see what this guy is doing right here. Yeah. Boy, that's interesting. That is actually kind of annoying to work around, but knowing what it is probably would make this battle a little easier. I really had a hard time with this battle the first time around. But now that I know that wouldn't have worked, oh, do I need to heal? I just need to heal. I don't want to. I want to get 3 stars on this. Were you able to get 3 stars on all of these?
No, just the ones that I really wanted, with characters that I wanted to farm. I think I managed, but some of them I got 1 star and I just moved on.
Okay. So now we got Magna Guards and 86s, so this is going to be a little bit easy. I can use my offense up now. These guys won't play around with that. All right, so that first battle there, I knew not to use, basically, Poggle's offense up because it just wouldn't have worked. It would have been a waste, absolutely. Everybody would have just resisted that. All right, so we got 2 out of the 3 86s down. I'm going to do offense up right now because I can. Oh, don't die, Daka! Oh, my goodness. Boy, Royal Guard saves the day. Daka went down to probably a couple hundred health, and then his thing triggered, so now they're going to leave her alone for a couple turns anyways. I don't have any heals, though. All right, everybody already has offense up, which is awesome. Boy, yeah, I've been struggling in the arenas also, but I'm looking forward for our alliance moving up to 6. Now, we talked about this a lot. Are people actually playing 6, or they just unlock it once and they go right to 7?
Yeah, I believe they're just using Tier 6 as that bridge to Tier 7. That Tier 6 is pretty rough. We tried it one time and didn't quite have the guild ready for it. That's why we're looking for a couple more strong players. But yeah, I think the Tier 6 is just that bridge to 7, and that's where the goodies are.
Yeah, and that Tier 6 would have been fine if we could have finished it in like 4 or 5 days, but that just wasn't the case at all. It was going to take much longer than that. It was just, because we're beating Tier 5 so quickly, like you said, in like 24 hours, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
that
so
tier 6 is tough.
so there's no more of these battle droids in this battle, but we'll just finish this up for kicks right here. And I'd like to get 3 stars. That'd be kind of nice. The first time I came through here, I actually brought in like Dooku as lead and then Obi-Wan Kenobi as my borrowed hero. And I did not do too well, so I'm glad I'm doing it differently this time. I took Qui-Gon as lead and I brought in Luminara for healing. And it's going much better, actually. This is going down like without a problem, actually. I could just heal up one more time, then I should be able to get 3 stars as long as my Royal Guard stays alive. Oh my goodness. So be sure to come and check us out on Facebook. There is a link in the description to the OMG Guild. Even if you want to just come hang out with us, we do share a lot of information. It's like a miniature forum. Talk about a bunch of different stuff in there. And then we have a group chat, of course, once you're in the guild. Oh, I hope I can take this guy down. I got HK-47. Please stun. I don't want to lose my guy. All right, come on, dude. We're almost there. I want 3 stars just because I want to be perfect on this. Have you finished all like the light side and all of them, or are you still working on all of them?
Yeah, I've finished all of them, normal and hard nodes. Now I haven't 3-starred everything. Some of those are pretty tricky.
Yeah, well, it looks like I'm going to 3-star this one right here. If I just do a little bit more damage. Ooh, boy, Genocide Soldier is so good. You were talking about GS earlier. Oh, and he came back to life. Oh, my goodness. Don't do that. Boy, this is going to be terrible if I lose right here. No, I'm not going to lose, but if I don't get 3 stars because he came back to life. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, my goodness, that was fun. 3 stars, yay! All right, guys, right here in the middle of the screen, there is a link to watch all the playlists to all the videos that I have. And I just wanted to thank everybody for watching the videos and supporting the channel. It's been blowing up here in the last month. The support has been tremendous. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.